Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. In today's tutorial we are going to make the crop top that you saw in the beginning of the video. For the materials, I am going to use Yeye yarn. It is 100% acrylic. It is made in Nigeria. My yarn requires a 4mm hook, but I am going to use a 3.5mm hook. But you can use whatever yarn and hook size that you prefer, okay? And then you will need a measuring tape, a scissor, and some stitch markers. To get started, you are going to need your bust size, okay? So my bust size is, when I say my bust size, I mean the circumference of my bust area, okay? So my bust size is 33 inches. After that, you are going to subtract 4 inches from your bust size. For me, that will be 33 minus 4, which gives me 19 inches. We will be working the crop top in 2 panels. So this is one of the panels. Ooh, excuse me. So this is one of the panels. After working the first panel, we are going to make a second panel and then join it together by the sides. Since we are going to be making 2 panels, we are going to divide this number by 2. So 19 divided by 2, that will give me 14.5 inches. My final measurement is 14.5 inches. That means that my foundation chains will be 14.5 inches. Alright, to get started, you are going to make a slip knot. After the slip knot, you are going to make chains that equals your final measurement. I am going to make my chains to equal this measurement here, so I will continue making chains until when I layer my chains and I measure it, it's going to measure 14.5 inches. For you, you are going to use your bust measurement and work out this math until you get your final figure. When you get your final figure, you are going to make enough chains that equals that final figure, okay? So I am going to continue making chains until my chains measures 14.5 inches. And also please note that your chains must be in multiples of 3. Alright my loves, I have my total number of chains. I worked about 72 chains and it measures about 14.5 inches, okay? To get started on row 1, place 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3. Place 1 double crochet right here. 1, 2, 3. And then chain 1, skip 2 chains, 1, 2. In the next chain, place 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. Again, chain 1, skip 2 chains, 1, 2. In the next chain, place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip 2 chains, 1, 2. In the next chain, place 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. There you go. You are going to repeat chain 1, skip 2 chains, place 2 double crochet in the next chain, chain 1, skip 2 chains, place 2 double crochets in the next chain. You are going to continue that all the way across until you have 3 chains left. This is what you should have, okay? and you should have 1 2 3 3 chains left. When you get here, chain 1, then skip 2 chains. In the last chain you are going to place 1 double crochet, and row 1 is done. To start off row 2, chain 3, 1 2 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch, and then turn your work. Place 1 double crochet in this first chain 1 space, like so. Then chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, 1 and 2. Then chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, that is 1 and 2. Again, chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, there we go. Now you are going to repeat chain 1, 2 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space. Continue that all the way across until you get to your second to last chain 1 space. So you are going to stop right here. When you get here, you are going to chain 1 and place 1 double crochet in that last chain 1 space. Finish up your row by placing 1 double crochet in the last stitch. There you go. As I said, you will always start and end the same way. So I started with 2 double crochets here, right here, and I ended with 2 double crochets here. Okay, for row 3, chain 4, 1 2 3 4. This chain 4 counts as double crochet chain 1, and then turn your work. Place 2 double crochets in this first chain 1 space, 1 and 2. Then chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. You are going to repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Continue that all the way across until you get to your last chain 1 space. After working 2 double crochets in your last chain 1 space, you are going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the last stitch work 1 double crochet, like so. Alright my loves, I am going to stop here just so that the video is not too long. From here, all you have to do is repeat these 2 rows. So I have 1 2 3. For row 4, you are going to repeat row 2. For row 5, repeat row 3. Row 6, repeat row 2. Row 7, repeat row 3. Continue to repeat those 2 rows until, as I said, you are going to repeat row 2 and row 3 continuously. So let's say from here, this is where we start. We are working from the bottom up. So you are going to repeat row 2 and row 3, alternate those 2 rows until you get to 2 inches away from the top of your bust. And then after that, we are going to start decreasing in order to get the halter shape. Okay, so repeat those 2 rows from here until 2 inches away from the top of your bust, and I'll be right back. I have worked 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I have worked 12 rows in total, okay? And it measures 6 inches in height. This is perfect for a size extra small and small, okay? So what we are going to do next is begin to decrease some stitches in order to form the halter shape. Also, before we get started on the decrease, please make sure that the total number of rows you have here must be an even number. So mine is 12. 12 is an even number, okay? Now when you get your total number of rows, use a stitch marker and mark that last row. So I'm just going to place my stitch marker right here. Alright my loves, there we go. I have marked my last row. Now we are going to start decreasing some stitches. To get started on row 1 of decrease, we are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This chain 4 counts as double crochet chain 1, and then turn your work. Place 1 double crochet in this first chain 1 space, and then place 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. We have made our first decrease. After this, chain 1, place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, okay? You are going to repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space. Continue that all the way across until you have 2 spaces left. Alright my loves, at this point you should have 2 spaces left, okay? So now you are going to chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the first chain 1 space, then place 1 double crochet in the last chain 1 space, then chain 1, skip 1 stitch in the last stitch, place 1 double crochet. So we have made a reduction at the end, and also we made one at the beginning, okay? To work round 2 of decrease, chain 3 and turn your work. Place 1 double crochet in the first chain 1 space. After that, chain 1, skip these 2 stitches, 1 2, and place 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Place 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. So we have made our decrease, okay? And then chain 1, place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Okay, you are going to repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space. Continue that all the way across until you have 3 spaces left. So this is 1, 2, and this is the last chain 1 space, okay? So continue that until you get here. When you get here, you are going to chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, place 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. We have made our decrease, and then chain 1 in the last chain 1 space right here. You are going to place 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. At this point, we have worked 2 rows of decrease. For the third row, we are not going to decrease. To work the third row, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work. Place 2 double crochets in the first chain 1 space. Then chain 1. Place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Continue that all the way across until you get to your last chain 1 space right here. After you have worked your stitches in the last chain 1 space, you are going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and in the last stitch place 1 double crochet. Okay, so far we have worked 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. We worked 2 rows of decrease and 1 row of no decrease, so that's 3 rows in total. Now for row 4 of decrease, you are going to repeat row 2 of decrease. Okay, again for row 4, you are going to repeat row 2 of decrease. For row 5, you are going to repeat row 1 of decrease, and then I will come back and we will work row 6 together. All right, my loves, at this point I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in total for the decrease area. All right, to work row 6, you are going to chain 3 and turn your work. Place 1 double crochet in this very first chain 1 space, then chain 1, place 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, you are going to repeat chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next space. Continue that all the way across until you have 1 space left. So you are going to stop here. Okay, continue until you get here. At this point I have just 1 space left. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1 and place 2 double crochets in that last space. And row 6 is done. As you can see, the top is beginning to take the halter shape. Okay, so for now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 rows in total for the decrease rows. To continue, for row 7, you are going to repeat row 1 of decrease. So you are going to come back for row 7, you are going to come back and repeat this first row of decrease. For row 8, you are going to repeat row 2 of decrease, which is right here. And then for row 9, you are going to repeat row 3 of decrease right here. And then for row 10, repeat row 2 of decrease. Row 11, repeat row 1 of decrease. Row 12, repeat row 6 of decrease. Okay, so these are the 6 rows that we are going to alternate. After working row 12, for row 13, we are going to start again from the top. So row 13, you'll repeat row 1 of decrease. Row 14, repeat row 2 of decrease. Continue that all the way across. Okay, but for me, I am not going to go past row 8. what I want you to do is, alright my loves, what you are going to do is follow these repeat patterns right here, okay? You are going to repeat these rows as written here until when you measure your work like this. For extra small, you are going to stop when your work measures 8 inches right here, when it measures 8 inches across. And then for large, extra large, you are going to stop when your work measures 9 inches, okay? For me, I already have 6 rows. For the decrease, I am going to work 2 more rows. That means I am going to work row 7 and row 8, and then I will stop. But if you need to keep working more rows in order to get your length across, then continue to repeat this pattern here, okay? All right my loves, I have completed my rows. At this point my work measures about 8 inches across, okay? 8 inches. So I am going to stop here. So in total I have 20 rows, 12 rows from here to here, and then for the decrease area I have 8 rows. Next up we are going to work 1 row of single crochet. So chain 1, turn your work, place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then you are going to place 1 single crochet in each of the stitches and spaces across. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the space, 1 single crochet in the stitch, okay? You are going to continue that all the way across until you get to your very last stitch. I have worked 1 single crochet in each of the stitches and spaces across, okay? When you get to your last stitch, you are going to chain 1 and fasten off. Alright my loves, what you are going to do next is work a second panel exactly as you made this one, okay? So right here you are going to work a second panel, and then when you get to your last stitch you are going to fasten off. What we are going to do next is sew the sides together. You can use a tapestry needle or you can use single crochet stitches. I will be using single crochet stitches. So to do that, I am going to choose one panel, so let's say this one, and I'm going to come to the first row. So this is the first row. In this space right here, I am going to attach my yarn in the space. I'm going to attach my yarn. There you go. And then I am going to chain 1. So what we are going to do is connect the 2 sides together using single crochet, okay? So we are going to single crochet the 2 sides together until we get to this row right here where we had placed our stitch marker. This is the last row just before we started our decrease, all right? After chaining 1, insert your hook in that same space and then bring the other panel and insert your hook in the opposite space. Then work 1 single crochet. There you go. Again, insert your hook in that same space and also in the opposite space, so the same space, and then work another single crochet. So we are going to be joining opposite spaces together with 2 single crochets, okay? In the next space, insert your hook and work 1 single crochet. Again, work another single crochet in that same space. There you go. Now we have joined 2 spaces together. In the third one, insert your hook in that space and also in the opposite space, work 1 single crochet. In that same space, insert your hook and also in the opposite space and work 1 single crochet. So continue to join both sides using 2 single crochets. That's 1 and 2. So continue to join them using 2 single crochet stitches until you get to your very last space that you had marked with a stitch marker. So until you get here and here. I have stitched both sides together. This is what it looks like. And now I have the last space left. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in that last space. I'll take out the stitch marker, and then I am going to join the last spaces with 2 single crochets. That's 1 and 2, and then after that chain 1 and fasten off. We have joined one side, and now you are going to repeat the same thing over here. Okay, so turn to this side, attach your yarn in this very first space. All right, so we have joined both sides together. Now you are going to turn your work inside out. All right, my loves, this is what we have so far. Okay, next up we are going to work on the bottom part of the crop top. So turn to your bottom area and then locate the seam on your right hand side. This is my seam. So after locating your seam, you are then going to locate the first chain 1 space after your seam. This is my first chain 1 space. And now we are going to attach our yarn in that first chain 1 space. To work row 1 of the bottom area, chain 1 and then place 1 single crochet in that same space. Place 1 single crochet in the back of the chain that is holding the 2 double crochets. So right here you are going to place 1 single crochet. Place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Place 1 single crochet in the back of the next chain. Place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space, and continue to place 1 single crochet in the back of the chain and in the spaces all the way across until you get to the last space before your next seam. I have gotten to the last space before my seam, but just before my seam I have 1 double crochet here, and then just after the seam I have 1 double crochet here. Okay, you should have the same. So what I'm going to do is place 1 single crochet in that first double crochet stitch, which is right here. And then I'm going to skip my seam and place 1 single crochet in the next double crochet stitch. And then we are going to continue placing 1 single crochet in the spaces and in the back of this chain. So in the next space, place 1 single crochet. In the back of the next chain, place 1 single crochet. In the next space, 1 single crochet. In the back of the next chain, 1 single crochet. Continue to do that all the way across until you get to the last space before your seam. I have worked all my single crochet across, and here I am in the last space just before the seam. So I don't have any double crochet stitches here. What I am going to do is poke my hook into the seam and work 1 single crochet. And then I am going to slip stitch in the very first single crochet stitch to join. So now we are done with round 1 of the bottom section. Okay, next up we are going to work a lace-like pattern for the edging. In order to work this pattern, we need our stitches right here to be in multiples of 8. So what you are going to do next is count out the total number of single crochet stitches you have in this row. I have counted out the total number of single crochet stitches I have here, and it gives me 93 stitches. Remember, I had said that we need our stitches to be in multiples of 8. So the nearest multiple of 8 to 93 is 96. Please, you have to do the math yourself, okay? So 96. I'm going to work one more row of single crochet, and when I work that row of single crochet, I am going to add 3 extra stitches because 96 minus 93 is 3. Okay, I'm going to add 3 extra stitches so that the total number of my stitches will become 96. So you have to do your math and figure out if you need to add extra stitches to give you a multiple of 8. If you do not need to add extra stitches, all you have to do is work one more row of single crochet without increasing or decreasing. Okay? For the next row, you are going to chain 1 and place 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Place 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and now I am going to increase by 1. Okay, remember I have to increase by 3 stitches, so I'm going to make my first increase. To make my first increase, I am going to place 2 stitches in the next stitch. Okay, so I have increased by 1, and then I'm going to work 10 stitches. 1, 2. Okay, I have worked my 10 stitches, and next I am going to make the second increase. So I'm going to place 2 stitches in the next stitch. There you go. I'm going to work another 10 stitches. There you go. And now I am going to make my last increase. So I will place 2 stitches in the next stitch. Okay, so I have increased by 3 stitches. I have made all my increases. What I am going to do next is continue to place 1 stitch in every stitch around until I get to my last stitch. When you get to your last stitch, make a slip stitch in the very first single crochet stitch to join. To start off the next row, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Place 4 double crochet stitches in that same stitch. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stitches, and that includes the beginning chain 3. After that, chain 2. 1, 2. Skip 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. And in the next stitch, you are going to work 1 single crochet. Like so. Then chain 2. Chain 2, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. And in the next stitch, you are going to work 5 double crochets. So skip 3, 1, 2, 3. In the next stitch, place 5 double crochet stitches. After your 5 double crochets, chain 2, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. In the next stitch, place 1 single crochet. Again, chain 2, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. In the next stitch, place 5 double crochets. and then chain 2, skip 3 stitches, 1 2 3. In the next one, place 1 single crochet. So this is the pattern so far. You are going to repeat chain 2, skip 3 stitches, place 5 double crochets in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 3 stitches, place 1 single crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 3 stitches, place 5 double crochets in the next stitch. So you are going to alternate between 5 double crochets and single crochet all the way around until you have 3 stitches left. Okay, I have worked my stitches and this is what it looks like. So I have my last single crochet here and I have 3 stitches left. When you get to this spot, you are going to chain 2 and make a slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. To start off the next row, chain 4. Place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the last double crochet stitch. After your last double crochet stitch, make a single crochet in the first chain 2 space. Then chain 3, make a single crochet in the next chain 2 space. After that, place 1 double crochet in the next double crochet stitch, then chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and chain 1, 1 double crochet in the last double crochet stitch. So you should have 5 double crochet stitches, 1 2 3 4 5, and chain 1 spaces in between the double crochet stitches. Okay, after your 5 double crochet stitch, you are going to place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space, then chain 3, place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space, and now we are going to repeat the pattern again. So place 1 double crochet in the first double crochet stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the second double crochet stitch, chain 1, place 1 double crochet in the third double crochet stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the fourth double crochet stitch, chain 1, and 1 double crochet in the last double crochet stitch. Okay, after that you are going to make a single crochet in the next chain 2 space, chain 3, 1 2 3, and make another single crochet in the next chain 2 space. So this is what we have so far. Okay, after your last single crochet stitch, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the last stitch, and then after your last double crochet stitch, place 1 single crochet in the first chain 2 space, then chain 3, place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Just repeat the pattern all the way across until you get to your last chain 2 space. Alright my loves, this is what my work looks like. Okay, after your last double crochet stitch, you are going to make a single crochet in the next chain 2 space, then chain 3, place 1 single crochet in the last chain 2 space, and then make a slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 4. To start off the next round, you are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet stitch. And then next up, we are going to work a picot stitch. To work a picot stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then make a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. Make a slip stitch in that third chain. After that, you are going to place 1 double crochet in the same stitch. There you go. Next up, we are going to work a picot V-stitch. To work a picot V-stitch, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch and then chain 3. Place a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook and then place another double crochet in that same stitch. So this is a picot V-stitch, okay? And then we are going to place picot V-stitches in each of the double crochets across. So place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 3, place a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, and place another double crochet in that same stitch. Again, in the next stitch, place 1 double crochet, chain 3, place a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, and then place another double crochet in that same stitch. In the last double crochet stitch, place 1 double crochet, chain 3, place a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, and then place 1 double crochet in that same stitch. This is what we have. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have 5 picot V stitches, okay? After that, you are going to locate the next chain 3 space, which is right here. So we have a single crochet stitch, chain 3, and another single crochet stitch. So after your last picot V stitch, place a single crochet in that chain 3 space. And now we are going to work 5 more picot V stitches. So locate the first double crochet stitch and place 1 double crochet in that first double crochet stitch, then chain 3, work a picot stitch by placing a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, and then place another double crochet in that first stitch. So we have worked our first picot V stitch. Again, in the next stitch, place 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, place a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook, work another double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so continue to place picot V stitches in each of the double crochet stitch. Alright, my loves, you should have 5 picot V stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After your last picot V stitch, place 1 single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Okay, and then you're just going to repeat the pattern all the way around. Place a picot V stitch in the first double crochet stitch, in the second one, in the third one, fourth and fifth one. After your last picot V stitch, place a single crochet in the next chain 3 space, and just continue to repeat that pattern all the way across until you get to the last chain 3 space. Okay, after your last picot V stitch, place 1 single crochet in the last chain 3 space, and then make a slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3, and then chain 1 and fasten off. Alright, my loves, this is what it looks like. It's very pretty, so you can give your aging a little tug to loosen it up. Alright, now that we are done with the bottom aging, we are going to flip over to the top in order to work the straps. To work your straps, you are going to attach your yarn in the first single crochet right here. Okay, so the last row of your halter top, you are going to attach your yarn in the very first stitch of that row. To start off your strap, you are going to chain 1, place 1 single crochet in that same stitch, place 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So we have 3 single crochet stitches. If you want your straps to be wider, you can do 4 or 5 single crochet stitches. Okay, to work the next row, chain 1 and turn your work. Place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 single crochet in the last stitch. Again, chain 1, turn your work, place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 single crochet in the last stitch. You are going to continue this pattern until you have your desired strap length. I am done with my straps. I worked 36 rows in total, and my strap measures 9 inches. Okay, so when you are done with your strap, you are going to connect the last row to the opposite side of your crop top. This is the right side of your crop top. We want our seam to stay on the inside. I'll just flip my work so that the wrong side faces outside. Okay, so this is the wrong side of my work. Alright, my loves, you are going to fold your straps like this, and then make sure the stitches are lined up, and then chain 1. Insert your hook in the first stitch of the body of the crop top, and also in the first stitch of the straps, and make your single crochet. Before you join the straps to the body of your crop top, make sure that your strap is not twisted. Okay, and then after that, insert your hook in the next stitch of the crop top and also in the next stitch of the strap, and work a single crochet, and then repeat the same thing for the last stitch. Work a single crochet. Okay, so now we have attached our straps, and then chain 1 and fasten off. There you go. Turn back to the right side of your work. We are done attaching our first strap, so you are just going to repeat the same thing over here. Okay, turn to this side, attach your yarn in the first stitch, place 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next one, and 1 single crochet in the next one. So you should have 3 single crochets in total, and then chain 1, turn, place 1 single crochet in each stitch, and then continue that until you have the same number of rows that you had here, and then turn to the wrong side of your crop top and attach your straps with a single crochet, and then you are done. Okay, all right my loves, we are almost done with our crop top. This is what it looks like so far. So this last part is optional. Okay, I am going to loop this tie through this first row of 2 double crochets, okay, just so that when I wear my crop top I can tighten the tie and give it a more fitting look. All right, so I made these chains. It is about 40 inches long, and now what I'm going to do is turn to the sides. I'm going to locate my seam. This is my seam, okay, right here, and then I am going to insert my hook through the very first 2 double crochet stitch after the seam on my right hand side, and then I am going to loop my tie through that 2 double crochet, and then I'll skip the next 2 double crochet stitches, go into the next one and loop the same end of the tie. Again, skip the next 2 double crochet, go into the next one and loop my tie through. All right, so I'm just going to continue that all the way around until I resurface in the last stitch just before the seam. All right my loves, I am done with my crop top. This is what it looks like. I hope that you like it, and I hope that the tutorial was easy enough for you to follow along. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I will see you in my next tutorial. Okay, bye.